those who lost their lives. Monique Alexander's daughter, Casey, says her mom was the rock of their family, that she would cook for strangers on the holidays. The 52-year-old went out Christmas Eve but never came back.
With just a few days left in this year, several people are still able to get a stimulus check. Here in this video, we're going to talk about the max amount of stimulus checks that you could receive, yes, this year. Stay tuned because all of those details are right here in this video. Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, I'm John Muro, the host of True Life Investing. Thank you for tuning in to watch this news. We tell you the truth and nothing but the truth of things that are happening right here in our own backyard. We keep you updated on everything stimulus news, as well as things that are happening that affect you and me on a daily basis. Today we've got some news. We're going to talk about stimulus. We're going to talk about this blizzard that we're not the only ones affected. And we're going to end this video with some giveaway information that I'm telling you, you're going to want to stick around for. So with all that being said, let's dive on the screen. So we know that that huge blizzard hit in Buffalo, New York. We know that it was devastating. The death toll went up to 31. Several people were found in their car. 17 people were found outside in the blizzard. You know, again, our hearts go out with them and their families. I know it's not easy. I know right now they're in the midst of kind of digging everybody out in it. You know, my prayers are with them because, you know, that's something that was unexpected. When you hear on the news, hey, prepare, snow's coming, you don't think it's going to be that bad. But hopefully, you know, everybody's going to make it okay and the families are going to get through this. But we're not the only ones who dealt with this crazy blizzard. And in fact, right here on the screen, icy weather leaves 200 car pileup in China. Over 200 vehicles skidding into each other on a bridge in northern China on December 28th. Foggy and icy weather caused cars to skid. Many were injured and some were hospitalized. Again, this was some very, very crazy news, and here's a little clip to show you what was going on. Now, I know that when it comes to ice and when it comes to snow, it makes driving a little bit more difficult, especially if you're not familiar with driving on those type of conditions. Now, people up north, they deal with it. I've talked to a few people up north and they said it's normal for us to drive on snow. But again, you know, when you're not used to it and it's not, you know, that common for it to snow like that, then it might make it a little bit difficult. But yet again, I hope that everybody's safe. I hope them in Buffalo and northern states, they get taken care of, because again, you know, it's not fun when people's lives are at jeopardy. And so I'm hoping the best for them. But here, right here on the screen, here's the maximum amount of stimulus money you could have received in 2022. Now, I know that this year is getting close to an end. There's just a few more days left. And I don't know about you, but are you ready for the new year? Can you believe we made it this far with the pandemic, with COVID? Who knew that we were going to make it to 2023? But I'm thankful that we are here, thankful that we get to live another day. Now, I know that many of you have a New Year's resolution, and so do I. I've got plenty of things that I am trying to do, get ready, because again, I want to make a change and I want to improve in a lot of areas, and I feel like January 1st is the good start to do that. But if you have some New Year's resolution, maybe they might be a little crazy, or maybe they might be normal, like losing weight or eating better, eating healthy, then let us know down in the comments below what your New Year's resolution is. Now, moving on to the stimulus check news, so many people are looking for a stimulus check, and if that's you, then smash that like button. Several people have been waiting, especially those on a fixed income like SSI, SSDI, VA, survivors, low income, and yet again, some of the states just weren't sending them out. Now, here is some information when it comes to the maximum stimulus money for 2022. there is no one single figure for how much stimulus money you could have garnered this year, as it varied by filing status, income level, state of residence, and number of qualifying dependents. Joint filers in Maine underneath the income limits, for example, could have earned up to $1,700 from the state, $2,800 from the federal government, and $1,400 per eligible dependent with no limits, in addition to $3,000 per eligible dependent from the expanded child tax credit. Putting it all together, certain taxpayers were eligible for well into the 5 figures in combined states, federal, and expanded child tax credits in 2022. Stimulus payments. The third round of stimulus checks went out in March of 2021. Man, that seems like a long time ago. But many Americans did not claim them until they filed their tax returns in the spring of 2022. The final extension to receive those payments expired on November 14th. But those who managed to claim them, single filers could have received $1,400, while joint could have received $2,800. Those with eligible dependents could have received an additional $1,400 per dependent with no limit. However, income played a role in qualifying. Single filers had adjusted gross incomes of $75K or less, while joint filers had a limit of $160,000. By way of a comparison, the first round of direct payments, we know they went out $1,200 if you earned under this income bracket, but even if you made more, you still got something. Now, we know that several states have went in there and they've offered some sort of stimulus. In addition, federal stimulus checks, many states offer direct payments to their residents. Many of these credits and payments were given out during these types of names, such as the middle class tax refund or Colorado's cashback checks. A number of states got into the game, including Pennsylvania, New Jersey, South Carolina, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Illinois, and Idaho. Maine offered perhaps the biggest payments in 2021, totaling as much as $1,700 for joint filers. Although most stimulus checks are over and done with, there are still a few payments being made. California, for example, anticipates all residents having a payment by December 31st of this year. So again, several people are able to still receive their stimulus check before the year is over, and that's why we follow up with this news, so that way you are updated on which states are doing what. Now, maybe you filed an extension and you live in Colorado. Well, those payments will be going out January 31st of next year. Moving on to Idaho, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, anticipate payments still being made in 2023. Let's read that again. Idaho, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. If you've been asking about these particular states, knowing that, hey, guess what? Come next year, they will be sending out stimulus checks. So stimulus checks are not over. They're not done with. There are several states that are going to be sending those out. Now, when it comes to the child tax credit, yet again, they have been up in the air with either bringing it back or doing away with it in general. So we will cover that information if you request it. Everybody on this channel has pushed for stimulus check information. Now, how did people miss out on stimulus checks? Well, if you didn't have a bank account, if you were homeless, you've never filed any taxes, or you didn't have internet access. Again, moving forward, more of this information will be online electronically, where you'll have to go in, fill out some information in order to qualify. But I wanted to leave you with that information to let you know that yes, there still are some states that are sending out stimulus checks this year, with just a few days left before the new year, as well as there are plenty of other states that are sending out checks next year. Again, I want to thank you so much for sticking it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Your love and support means the world. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for your love and support. Your comments, you mean the world to me. So many of you have commented that you love this show, and I love that you love this show. It gives me the encouragement, it gives me the motivation to do these videos every single day It's just part of it. It's my time with you, and I'm so thankful that you are watching, and that's why I want to do a ton of giveaways. Our next giveaway is in January, but it's time to get in now. Again, be liked and subscribed, and let us know down in the comments below that you are the #1 fan and that you support this channel. Also, if you want another chance to win, we do what we call a movie segment where we show you a clip of a movie and you try to guess which movie that quote came from. So here is that quote.
Because we live or we die by the clock. We never turn our back on it. And we never ever allow ourselves the sins of losing track of time.
Let's just say it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. One of my favorite movies. Several of you have already guessed the right movie, and your name's entered in for a chance to win. Again, thank you so much for participating. I hope you're excited about the new year that is coming up. Can you believe that we're already going into 2023? I mean, whoever thought that we'd make it this far after all that we've been through? But every day is a blessing. Thank God above that you and I are still here today. It's a blessing just to see another day. I want to thank you. Be safe, be sanitized, stay warm. Make sure to keep watching because I've got some more videos on the way. And until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace.